All right. So in this new world of AI, everyone's racing to implement AI, but they can't even answer basic questions like how much revenue did we make in the Northeast last quarter? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. I've worked with companies that are pouring resources into different AI and machine learning initiatives, but are still struggling to generate reliable weekly revenue reports. If that's you, don't worry. Today, we're going to talk through exactly why AI isn't your next step, but fixing your analytics foundation. Here's the truth. You don't need more AI. What you need is a clean, consistent analytics foundation. Before you even think about things like predictive modeling, you need to be able to answer the basics and answer them fast. Things like, what are our top performing regions? Which product line is driving the most margin? How are we pacing against our goals this quarter? If your dashboards and automated emails and automated Slack alerts can't give you those clear, actionable answers to those types of questions, AI is not going to fix that. It's only going to make the mess harder to see and create more of a tangled mess for you. Let's talk about the AI obsession. It's everywhere. Blog posts, conference talks, LinkedIn. But the problem is companies are getting seduced by the shiny promise of automation and forgetting the fundamentals. The irony is the biggest wins don't come from algorithms. They come from having a shared understanding of your data, holding regular performance reviews and asking, what can we improve this month based on what we're seeing? Machines can't replace that kind of strategic thinking yet, even though they might be on their way to doing so eventually. So what do you actually need first? First things first, you and your company need to agree on your KPIs. You have to have team alignment on what matters. Even before you start to do anything technical, having a conceptual understanding of what you're trying to measure and what you're trying to do with that information is what's most important. Can your team agree on your top KPIs? Do you have a single source of truth for your data? So once you've agreed on what those top KPIs are, another issue that we see all the time is that companies have several systems in place that report key metrics in a slightly different way. You need to make sure that you have a shared definition of how you measure things, even as simple as revenue, so that when you're asking basic business questions, you know that you can answer them accurately and reliably from the same place. That's another place that we shine, is helping our companies install data warehouses and build really clean data models that make it very easy to feel confident in the data that you're reporting in your business. You also need to implement some sort of regular review cadence. So tracking metrics is only as powerful as it is that you actually review them and then do something about what you're seeing in the data. That's something that we like to help our clients with, is making sure that they have some sort of cadence, whether it's weekly, monthly, quarterly, some combination of all of the above, to track against their KPIs, talk about what are the operational things that they're doing to improve those KPIs, and then rinse and repeat so that you have a feedback loop to make sure that you're driving constant progress towards your goals. So lastly, I've put together a free resource that helps you map out your North Star metric and your supporting KPIs. It's simple, it's visual, it brings clarity to what matters most. The link is below the video, so go grab that. So don't get me wrong, AI definitely does make sense and has a place in the data world. I'm a huge proponent of AI. It helps me out with coding problems. It helps me out with complex conceptual data modeling problems. I eventually could figure out on my own, but it is a force multiplier when it comes to improving the speed of making those things happen. But there's a right time and place for AI when it comes to your analytics platform. So AI makes sense when your data is clean, when your teams are aligned and on the same page about what matters in your business, and your metrics are already driving conversation and decisions. That's when AI can become a multiplier for your company. It can help you forecast better, personalize smarter, and automate at scale. But until then, it's like putting a jet engine on a go-kart. It's just too much until you have that solid foundation in place. Eventually, though, once you do have that solid foundation in place, you can use AI to perform operational tasks. So here's your next step. Don't get distracted by hype. Focus on your foundation first. Start with your clear metrics, regular reviews, and data that your team actually trusts on a reliable basis. See how this turns into real business impact by watching the next video, where I walk through how companies are going from insight to action and actually seeing a performance lift. Before you go, don't forget to download the free KPI mapping resource. It'll help you turn your data into decisions that actually drive growth. Links are below, and I'll see you in the next one.